Hey everyone, Road Breach here, and today I'm going to be addressing this video made by Corndawg Productions. And this video stems from what I said in my I Hate Infinity War video. Now, as you all know, well, as I'm pretty sure a good majority of you might know, I freaking hate Infinity War and Endgame. These movies were the most pretentious pieces of shit made by Marvel, and I am going to stand by that until the day I die. I seriously don't understand why these movies are so well loved when they barely have any merit to speak of. But we're not going to be talking about these movies in particular. We're going to be talking about what Corndawg Productions said about my I Hate Infinity War video. And he misinterprets the things that I said in that video. So I feel it's justified for me to make this response video. So, without further ado, let's do this.
Guess who's back? Back again. Hey guys. Today I am Corndawg from Corndawg Productions, and I'm going to talk about two things. The first thing is an update. The second thing is talking about a YouTuber I don't like.
I mean, that's kind of what YouTubers do already. We first bring up the update, then we bring up the YouTuber we don't like, or the thing we're making a video about. That's kind of a given, but you know what? I'm probably just gonna skip this.
The next thing we're going to talk about is Road Breach. If you don't know Road Breach, I don't blame you.
Hey, you're the one that has 5 subscribers when I'm the one that has 148. I still have more subscribers than you, and I made my 100 subscriber special, so you don't have that going for you.
He makes content, like, he makes rant videos.
Well, I do make rant videos from time to time. That's not the only thing that I do. I usually like to make toy reviews, if it wasn't obvious already. And based on the reviews of my last toy review, you guys seem to actually care about what I have to say about certain things. So, I'm going to continue doing that.
And we're going to talk about one of his rant videos called, came out a long time ago, called I Hate Infinity War. Now, in my opinion, I thought Infinity War was great.
Of course you do. Like everybody else.
So it's not because, oh, he has a different opinion, I hate him. No, because the stuff he brought up were just bad, bad arguments.
Well, if that's the case you're going to make, you must have some very substantial evidence to prove what I said was stupid, or to prove that my points hold no value.
So we're going to talk about them today on Drama. The main thing he doesn't really like about Infinity War was Thanos. And the idea I got from it, why he doesn't like it, because Thanos was, like, mean. You do know Thanos is a bad guy, right?
Oh my god. He totally proved me wrong, guys. He's the bad guy. I'm just a big old dumbass who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Actually, no. What I don't like is that they tried to make him sympathetic when there was no sympathy to extract from Thanos' screen time. Now, in terms of movie villains from movies that came out in the past few years, I would have to say that I like Dr. Robotnik from the Sonic movie a lot more. Why? Because they don't try to make him sympathetic. Because they actually try to make him genuinely funny. They don't try to extract sympathy that isn't there. It's like trying to extract water from a dry sponge. There's no water to get from it, and there was no sympathy to get from Thanos. I know that he's the bad guy. I'm not stupid.
I commented on one of the videos was, your OC is trash. No, well, I did comment that. Oh, and by the way, about that comment, sorry about that.
Oh, well, thanks for the apology.
But I take all of that apology back. with my other comment when I said he's supposed to be pretentious. He's supposed to be bad. He's a bad guy.
Oh, well, then what the hell was the point of the apology if you were going to take that apology back? And yeah, he is kind of pretentious, but that was the thing that I hated about trying to make him sympathetic. You can't make a pretentious character sympathetic.
The other reason he didn't like the movie is because Thanos was too strong. He's Thanos. Oh, what is he supposed to be like on the same level as the superheroes? No, he's supposed to win. That's the thing. He was like the strongest villain all of them ever fought in.
My point is that the struggle was for nothing. If the struggle was going to be for nothing, you might as well have made it a 45-minute film. And besides, there's no point in trying to extend this to 2 films, which, hey, 2 films make it more epic, right? Let's extend this to 2 films. That's totally not going to be unreasonable, except for the fact that it is, and the fact that Endgame is like 3 fucking hours long, and a lot of that screen time is doing nothing. It's basically like Twilight in that regard. And yeah, you better believe I compared Endgame to Twilight. They wrote themselves into a corner and they didn't know how to get them out of said corner. Because you can just tell where they tried to pad this movie. Like, they try to disguise the padding and it ends up just looking like padding. They could have just nailed Thanos in the back of the stupid head with a sniper bullet, which I pointed out in my video, and they didn't do because, oh no, that's not how this is going to work. We need to make this conclusion a lot more epic, so we gotta stretch this out to 2 films. Which kind of just feels like the opposite of Norma the North Keys to the Kingdom.
Did you not read the comics?
No, I didn't. And why should I? Because fuck these movies. If the movies were so bad, then I'm not going to read the comics that these pieces of shit were based on.
You probably haven't, but Thanos is like sort of like I don't know what he is. He's some big purple grape alien thing.
Kind of sounds like the pot calling the kettle black right there. Because if you genuinely don't know what he is, and I do, well, it seems like you didn't read the comics either. And as much as I hate Thanos, as much as I fucking despise this waste of space that they egregiously want to call a character, I still know what he is. They refer to him as the Mad Titan, and I believe his planet was called Titan, but I honestly don't give a shit because fuck this movie and fuck this character.
And it is extremely strong, and especially with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Which they totally could have gotten the better of him had Star-Lord not act like a fucking moron and smacking him when they were on the cusp of getting rid of the stupid thing.
And he says, "Oh, I'd rather die than forge the Infinity Gauntlet." You didn't forge the Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know who made it. I don't really care who made it.
Oh really? I didn't notice. I didn't know I didn't forge the Infinity Gauntlet. Of course I didn't forge the Infinity Gauntlet. I said that I'd rather die than forge the Infinity Gauntlet. If you don't remember from the movie, there was this guy who forged the Infinity Gauntlet because Thanos threatened to kill his family. And he forged the Infinity Gauntlet, yet Thanos killed his family anyway. How the fuck am I supposed to like this character if he's just the biggest asshole that the universe shat out?
And the final point I'm gonna bring up in this video, he also doesn't like Infinity War because of the memes. You don't... What? You don't like hate on you don't not like a movie because of the memes.
I don't like the memes because they remind me of Infinity War. Especially the ones about Endgame, because they just remind me of those 2 shitty movies that I'm trying to forget about. That's kind of what happens. If people keep referencing something, and those references come in the form of memes, then I think it's fair game to hate those memes, especially if they remind you of the worst goddamn film you ever seen in your entire life.
You don't do that. It's like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I personally don't like Five Nights at Freddy's, but you should talk. You should say, "Oh, I don't like the movie because the movie is bad," but I don't like the movie because the memes are bad and ruin the movie.
The movie already ruined itself. Once again, I don't like the memes because they remind me of the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
What are you? You fool! How dare you say that? You fool!
What the fuck was that? Seriously, what the hell was that?
Now, don't go attack Road Breach. Just don't do it.
So yeah, after that spasm or whatever, he just ends the video like that, just cutting himself off. Kind of like Connor's Conquest, except he actually comes over with better points than this dude does. Overall, he's misinterpreted what I said in my video, and while I certainly do think that there are some things that I can come back to and clean up when talking about these two movies, which I don't think I'm going to do for a while, he still misinterpreted what I said, and he didn't get the point of what I was trying to say. That's not even bringing up the fact that attacking my OC is just an ad hominem attack. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically attacking somebody's person rather than addressing the points that they made in their video, or made in their argument. And guess what? You didn't address the points that I made in my video in that comment. And you misinterpreted the points that I made in my video in your video. So I feel the need to respond and correct that. If there's a more sympathetic movie villain, I know two of them. First being Max/Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and the other that I'm pretty sure might have come before was Agatha Prendergast from Paranorman. She was killed for dabbling in witchcraft, and she wasn't even hurting anybody. But the sheer fact that she dabbled with magic was enough for them to torture and kill her. She is a more sympathetic movie villain. And in the end, Norman was able to turn her heart with kindness and forgiveness. Thanos had nothing like that. He was an evil, maniacal asshole who cared nothing but to prove himself right, who cared nothing for the lives of others, who killed a little girl's family in front of her, and tried to distract her by saying, "perfectly balanced," when, honestly, I don't think balance matters. I think not being an evil piece of shit is what matters. Not trying to prove yourself right when what you're doing is obviously horrible. And yes, I know that he's a villain, but trying to extract sympathy from him when you really should extract sympathy from Nebula is what pisses me off here. Thanos is probably the worst written villain I've ever seen in the entire existence of this planet. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure there are worse ones, but from what I've experienced so far, I believe that Thanos is one of the worst written villains to ever be excreted from Marvel. And it's a shame, really, because I actually do like Spider-Man and Iron Man. I think that those heroes are pretty cool, and I do like Spider-Man's attitude. It's just a shame that the last two Avengers movies were fucking abysmal. Besides that, that's really all I have to say. If you decide to make a video that's a response video to one of mine, then be sure to actually represent what I'm saying correctly. Be sure to actually use clips to provide evidence, and make sure that you're not talking complete and utter dog shit, because I don't very much appreciate people who misinterpret what I say. So, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and gotta zoom.